Guys, what's going on? How are we doing? Hoping everyone is well. Hope you're having a great Saturday. It is an absolutely cracking day outside. So, without further ado, I just wanted to make a quick video today just talking about something that is a massive problem in any space in which you are really selling anything, I guess, right? So, the big problem dead leads. Dead leads are a massive problem because there are people that have actually been either interested in your service, have given you some form of commitment, you've had previous contact with, except then they go dead, right? Just won't pick up the phone. 10 calls later, not picking up the phone, and they've just kind of ghosted you, left you in the dark. So obviously this is a massive, massive problem, right? Because so much of your pipeline is going to be made up of these people that have given you some kind of interest, given you some small amount of commitment, but then they're not picking up the phone after you're trying to call them, rekindle that contact with them. And so this is just some quick strategies and some quick tips on the best practices to revive dead leads. So if you can successfully implement a lead revival strategy, even if you could get 10% of the leads being revived, that's a lot of potential business, right? If you have thousands of people in your pipeline and you can introduce strategies that can even revive even 5%, right? That's a massive amount of people, a massive amount of either buyers and or sellers that you can revive, that you can now start doing business with, right? That you become your potential clients. So this is a massive thing. So why do leads die? Leads go dead when there isn't enough contact with the prospect to keep them interested. So this is a problem because leads that otherwise are interested in your services flat out become uninterested and don't want to hear from you anymore, or just plain forget about your services, right? You have to understand a lot of the time people do really just get busy. There is definitely the people that will just lead you on and say, yeah, sure, I'm interested, and then flat out not be interested. That does just happen. Sometimes some people will just not buy, even if you said your services for free, they still wouldn't care because they just don't want to buy. They don't want your services. Okay. So the prospect has lost interest after the initial interaction. Pretty much the same thing, right? People are just forgetting, losing interest. Conflict of interest is a big thing. Going with a different agent, things like that. Going with a different agency, that's massive. So situational barriers prevent it close. It's just mainly lifestyle choices, things like that, things happening in people's lives. Obviously, people getting sick, people going to hospital, things like that, whatever. Anything along those lines. And so all the lead has expressed interest during the initial stages, but stop communicating later on. So that is one of the most promising ones, and that is where most likely the majority of the revived leads will come from. People that have given you some form of micro commitment, you've built rapport with, and then they will be the easiest to rekindle just for that fact. Cool. So some super quick ways to revive dead leads, and so these are really effective, these methods here. So a great thing you can do is you can leverage your content strategy to heat up the leads. So this is a big thing. So if you get in contact with someone through, whatever portal, if you just maybe have an open home or you have their data just in a spreadsheet or something like that, what you can actually do is you can go to Facebook, find that person, or Facebook or LinkedIn or any social media site for that matter. You can go to your social media platform or all of them and friend that person through your social media platform, and now they have become part of your audience. So all the content that you produce, they will now see, or there's a very high chance that they will see that, right? So over time, even if this person doesn't revive for 1, 2, 3 months, even 6 months, they're still getting your content. They're still being nurtured and given that content that they need to actually be revived. So a big thing with this is you want to be letting them know things that they most likely wouldn't know. Of course, people in the real estate industry are going to know, they're going to have the skewed information. They're going to know much more about the actual market, what's going on in terms of regulations, than your prospect will, most likely, right? You would hope so. And so by showing them things that they otherwise wouldn't have known, that is going to bridge a gap between you and the prospect. That's going to give them a lot of interest in your services if you are providing them real value. So example, maybe the government has introduced some new regulation that's going to affect people selling a home. You're going to be wanting to make content around that. So this person is now seeing that, it's piquing their interest. They'll hopefully, they'll reach out to you, or if they leave a like on that post or something, reach out to them. Hey, I just saw that you like this. that's an excuse to start a conversation with that person. Great way to revive that lead. So another thing that is really effective, and this is probably the most effective thing, and if you aren't doing this, I really, really recommend that you should do this, is using multiple touch points over the space of 6 to 12 months via SMS and email drip campaigns. So what do I mean by that? So upon someone becoming a lead, the particular reference that I'm referring to is through social media. So if someone gives you over their email, their phone number, you need to add that person to some kind of follow-up sequence. So even if they aren't interested to sell a property, even if they've lost interest, they should be still getting informational, value-based content around your brand and around your services, so that it's keeping them interested, it's keeping you top of mind. Because 6 months go past, they're not going to remember the call they had with a real estate agent or an agency, right? They need to be getting these little touch points over 6 months, so then it becomes so much easier to formulate that transaction. If they've seen a lot of your content, they feel like they know you, maybe they know like your dog's name and things like that. They've seen, your family, they've seen your day-to-day life. They're going to feel like they know you. So then it's going to be so much easier to get them to list a property with you. Even though there might be 10 other agents that are fighting for that same listing, if you're the one that they know and you're the one that they know, like I said, your dog's name, your family, they know what you do, they know where you get your coffee from, they're going to be the ones that they want to go with because they know, like, and trust you, right? It's the old, obviously the old sales knowledge. That's really important. And so if you're continually giving them content, branded content around your brand and your personal brand, that is going to do wonders, and that is the best way to revive dead leads, I would say. Cool. So another thing as well is messenger marketing. Guys, look into using ManyChat. ManyChat is the best messenger marketing software available. The reason why messenger marketing is so powerful because it has upwards of 95% open rates, right? If you see that little red mark on Facebook, your brain you just want to open that. You just want to click that open. It's like an instant hit of dopamine. So when people see that, a message from you, they're going to open that 95 to 99% of the time, pardon me. So that's something you're definitely going to want to take advantage of, just because there is so many people on Facebook these days. I'm referring to Facebook Messenger. That is something you definitely want to take advantage of, and that is something that can be done 6 to 12 months. So you're going to have your email, you're going to have your SMS, so these people are constantly getting your content. They know you, they like you, they trust you. When you go around and go to attempt to get the listing, it's going to make it a lot easier. You're leveraging a lot of content and a lot of branded content and informational content that's really going to help you. Cool. This is also a great tip. So this is more focused on email. So what you want to do, you want to use the 9-word email. So the 9-word email technique. So what you want to do, you want to shoot them over an email. The subject line will just be their name. So for me, it will be Charlie, obviously. Subject line, prospect's name. All this is, are you still looking for a home in whatever suburb? Are you still looking for a home in Newcastle? That's really effective. Asking someone a question and calling out their name is going to pique their interest. Amongst all the other emails in their email folder, they will 9 times out of 10 see that. People love hearing the sound of their own name. They love reading their own name. They love being addressed. If you take advantage of those human biases, well, that's something that's really going to help you. Cool. And so this one also just touches back on the topic that we were talking about before. Use automated softwares. Guys, it's really important to be using automation. As a real estate agent, you do not have time to be doing the nitty-gritty things. You do not have time to be sending these emails manually. You do not have time to be sending these messages manually. Automated. Use these automated softwares to leverage your time and get your time back and really up your game. The best messenger software is ManyChat. A really good software for email and email drip sequences is ActiveCampaign. Guys, if you need some kind of email drip sequence or you need messenger templates, let me know, and I'm happy to sort you out for some messenger templates, and I can even send you over like a quick loom, show you how to set it all up. Because that's something that's really going to take some time off your hand, and it is really powerful just because so many people use email. You'd be surprised a lot of people really do use email, and just about everyone's on Facebook, right? Like, it's crazy. It's like 4 billion daily active users. Don't quote me on that, but yeah, it's something crazy. So guys, that was just a real quick video. I hope you have gotten a lot of value from that. If you want to learn any more about this, or you want to book a 15-minute chat with myself and just have a bit more of a chat about this and about how we can potentially help you, then that would be great. I will leave a link to book a call down in the bottom. So go ahead, do that. And most importantly of all, I hope you have a great Saturday, because it is an absolutely amazing day. Thank you very much, guys. I hope you have a great one.